Hey guys, in today's video, I'd like to talk about what is the situation like here in Shanghai. Has anything improved? Is the situation getting better or getting worse? So in this video, this is just a walk and talk update. Today is May 12th, 2022, and I'm gonna just be straight and get to the point about how is the situation here. So the cases keep dropping in Shanghai, but the restrictions seem to be getting worse. More restrictions, less freedom. You've probably heard that, communities that don't have any cases can get out and about and walk around and go to the market, and it's being portrayed as a privilege now to go to the supermarket, which I'm going to the supermarket now. I have to get a few supplies. I could order it through the group chats. I like to get out, enjoy the weather and stuff like that. Go for the adventure. Communities are being a lot more strict on letting people out of their community. At the beginning, we were allowed to go out once a day with these passes that they gave us, these little passes. We're allowed to go out once a day. Then we got a message in all the communities saying, now you guys can only go out once per 2 days. So every other day you can go out. Then 2 days ago we got another message saying, sorry guys, now you can go out once per 5 days. So it seems that they keep changing the rules, even though that the cases are going down. Nothing is really improved. There's lot more food delivery people out there. You see the people wearing the blue suits that deliver food. The company's name is called Ulama, has a big E. Usually they wear blue. Then you got Meituan, which is yellow. So some things seem to be improving when it comes to ordering food. But in terms of packages, I ordered a webcam for my camera, for my computer, so that I can have better online classes. That hasn't arrived. It has not even been shipped out yet. So as for packages and stuff like that, I think that's going to be a while for that to return. As for the situation doesn't seem to be really improving that much. Cases are dropping, but like I said, the restrictions are getting harder and harder. It's like they're purposely trying to stop things from improving. I don't know, politically, maybe there's a political movement behind it, but it doesn't make sense to not let people go out and about if there's no cases. We're talking about a city of 26 million and 2,000 or 3,000 people a day are confirmed to have the virus. That's nothing, but we're being locked down because of that. I don't want to sugarcoat it like some people do on YouTube, saying, the situation's okay. Some people do it to look positive for the video. I'm just gonna put it out there. I think the situation is not good. It's probably worse than we're being told. 2 foreigners have died already in Shanghai. One was a Korean, one was a woman from South Africa. The Korean guy, I guess, had some heart problems. The South African woman, I don't know the reason why she died. She was an English teacher here, 30 years old, was working online, communicated with her family. She passed away. They took someone to the morgue, thought they were presumed dead. They weren't. It seems like they're making a lot of mistakes now, and they're just paranoid and going insane, so they're gonna make a lot more mistakes. I don't know, I can't explain the situation, but it doesn't seem to be getting better. Before I thought maybe June or July schools would reopen. Now I'm thinking maybe August. It just seems like they keep delaying everything, especially until the Communist Party has their big meeting to decide who's going to run China for the next 5 years. It just seems like everything's politically driven. If you want to leave Shanghai, it is possible to leave if you can get depending where you're going. If you're leaving the country, I guess it's a lot easier. If you want to leave Shanghai and go to another city, it's possible, but you got to get an acceptance letter from another city. Or you have to explain to your community here, or your community committee, or whatever they call it, community committee. You have to explain to them why are you leaving. And then you face two other challenges. One challenge is actually getting to the train station or the airport. Now, with limited vehicles allowed on the road, only authorized vehicles are allowed to be out on the road, taxis, DDs. So that means people who normally can take a car, or we call it DD, but you guys might know it by Grab, it's costing people a lot of money. I heard someone say it cost almost $500 to get to the airport, which usually costs $30 in general. I don't know if that's true, but I wouldn't be surprised. It's probably going to cost you a good 3,000, 2,000 RMB just to get to the train station or airport, depending where you are. So I'm a lot further away, so it'd probably cost me even more. So that's your first challenge, is getting to the airport or getting to the train station. Second one is getting a ticket. If you're flying, you might have a greater chance of getting a ticket. As for a train ticket, all of the train tickets I've seen online are all sold out. You got millions of people who want to leave. I mean, there was a rumor recently saying that 11 million people will leave Shanghai. I don't think it's that high. I really don't. I think maybe at least 5 million would consider leaving. A lot of foreigners are going to leave. I'm just kind of putting it out there. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm just telling you my own opinion. I read the news quite often. I've seen what people have said. A lot of businesses have been destroyed. And if this continues a lot more, it's just going to destroy more and more businesses. When this lockdown is lifted, there's going to be a major issue with getting visas redone. I know that the government said, we'll temporarily give you an extension, or not extension, but they'll give you a grace period to get your visa solved if there's any people with expired visas and stuff like that. That might be true. However, you got to consider how many people are leaving China. They have to get their visas canceled. If you leave a company, you have to have your visa canceled. Not to mention all the other foreigners leaving. So it's a huge mess in the visa office. And for anybody who wants to stay and renew their visa, when you go to renew your visa, you may have some issues because there's just so many people getting not denied, but canceled. There's so many issues happening. When a lot of the training schools got closed down a few months ago, because of the new policies, where they couldn't have classes on the weekend, there was a huge mess in the visa office. A lot of people had to get their visas changed or canceled. It was just a huge mess. So I expect that to happen. I know somebody in my community, her passport was damaged, her visa already expired, so she has to deal with that. But the situation is, like I said, we're already almost in the middle of May. Today's May 12th. And I don't see any light at the end of the tunnel. You see a lot of news saying, by the first week of May, everything should be under control. And now it's end of May, beginning of June, everything should be under control. I just heard, maybe by June 8th. Isn't that just a coincidence that it happens to be when all of the holidays end? May, there was a holiday in the first week. I think June is Dragon Bolt's festival. So it's just, the timing is impeccable. It's just, I don't believe in coincidences on when they're planning to reopen everything. And even then, who knows, June. I'm still considering if I want to leave Shanghai or stay. I may consider staying for a while if things open up really quickly. Otherwise, I'm just going to leave. I have to consider my visa situation, which expires in August, my work visa. I have to consider that work. Where is it better for me to work? And then I have to consider that if so many foreigners do leave Shanghai, you know, all of this time that I stayed at home, I could probably make it up because schools are going to be desperate for teachers. That means you could request a lot more money, maybe an extra 5,000 than you normally get, just because they can't find teachers. And that alone, after just a few months, makes up for all the lost income that I've already lost sitting at home. So it's hard to balance that out, you know, and it's unpredictable what's going to happen in the future. Can't predict the future, but I also have to consider that even if you risk staying for more money, will Shanghai go through another lockdown? And I think so. This is not the first lockdown Shanghai's had, or mini lockdown. There's been many lockdowns. Schools were canceled for a while in different parts of the city throughout these 2 years. Not the whole city, but different parts. Beijing's gonna go through their issue, so what goes around comes around, right? So it might come back here and we might get locked down again. So it's a lot to consider. I have other options. The problem is getting there. The second option is if you decide to leave Shanghai, you have to consider, what are you gonna do with your things? Do you have a friend that you can leave your things with in your community? Because you ain't gonna be able to get a car or something to move it. You ain't gonna be able to post your belongings. So it's like, take what you can for now and keep your apartment and come back later, but you're gonna have to pay all that rent every month, or let it go, or find a friend. So these are some of the options you might need to consider when leaving Shanghai. I mean, I saw a guy who went to the UK. He's like, he had enough. On the 5th he left and he had to leave his piano, like electric piano. It was a nice one, actually. He left and went to the UK. I'm still happy to be in China. I'd rather be here than go back to the West because there's so much opportunity to be had here. It's just that we're going through a huge bump in the road. But I mean, in one of my previous videos, I talked about making the most of a bad situation. I really think that this lockdown makes you think what's important to you. Where are you weak in your life? If you're weak in savings, then build up your savings. This lockdown let you see where you're vulnerable. For me, more money saved is important. I had enough food storage for a while. I mean, now I'm going to the market to buy some minor things, more like snacks and stuff like that. But find out where you're vulnerable and use this opportunity to fix it. You know, get some projects done. If you're a teacher or whatever, get some projects done. If you want to take your Chinese driver's license, start studying. You have all this time now to get things done that you've been wanting to do. So get those done. If you want to learn Chinese, take the time to learn Chinese. So I'm going to stop the video now. I'm going to do a little bit of a walk and talk as I go to the supermarket, just kind of showing the streets, what it's like right now. I'll probably make a little video inside of the supermarket as well. Not too much because, you know, stores don't really like you recording inside. So I kind of have to keep my phone a little bit hidden while I do it. So please leave a like, comment below, and don't forget to hit that beautiful subscribe button. See you guys in our next video.